Yeah, it's KB5 MIQ Big Boy, take two. For some reason, I turned the camera off. I ain't figured out how I'm doing that. Yes, you always heard me on these videos try to get guys to get away from just getting a talkie, an analog talkie, and staying on local repeaters. I'm afraid you're going to get bored with this hobby. You are. I don't blame you a bit because there's not that much traffic on most of them. Luckily, Texarkana area. Hey, I'm Radio Cat. Come here. What are you doing? Get up here and say hi, turd. Luckily, Texarkana's got a fairly active repeater system, but not that way everywhere else. In fact, I've had some subscribers of mine that's traveled through Texas that sent me messages saying, why ain't there more people on repeaters? So, I don't know. But you know, when I started this channel out, I was just a single sideband phone operator. Paper log. I was using QRZ log a little bit. Since the channel's come along, I've decided I'm trying to do different things for the channel and get into more and more of this as I can afford to. And I got set up on Logbook of the World. Y'all know that. I've done some videos talking about that. Shout out to Suburban DX and Scott. If it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't be on Logbook of the World. Hopefully, if I ever get Logbook of the World up and running and mine comes back up just the way it was and I can still access it fine, I'll keep using it. If not, this will work. And these aren't hackable. Paper logbooks are unhackable. Remember that. That's all I'm going to say about the Logbook of the World issue. But you see me get into FT8. And believe it or not, I'm starting to kind of like FT8 a little bit. Especially if I got something else to do here in the shack, clean up something, or sit there and stare in space, read a book, work on a gun or something. I can just glance up, check it every now and then. If I got a single sideband phone on, I start hearing DX, whatever I'm doing here stops and I'll be on the radio. So it's helped me get a few things done here in the shack. And I kind of like FT8. So now we're going to talk about another mode I finally got into trying. I've been aiming to talk about this for a little while. Also, I went back into old VHF packet, and I used to be big in the 90s, and now there's not that much of that, so I took that down. I'm not doing that. But right now, I'll talk to you all about C4FM, fusion, or digital stuff like that. I won this Shark Open Spot 4 Shark RF hotspot at the Texarkana 4-Stage Club several months ago. All right. I had tried to set up this radio entity on it, but it's a DMR. I don't have a DMR ID yet. I applied for it, never heard from it again, and was having all kinds of trouble setting that radio up, so I just quit. Decided I would buy a Yaesu. I'm a Yaesu fanboy anyway. And in my previous video, you saw the deal Jeff and I got on these FT70 DRs we got from Main Trading Company. I've got the Shark app downloaded to my phone and got in there last night, turned it on, talked to a few U.S. stations. Got back in here a while ago playing with it and worked a guy in West Malaysia, Kevin, 9 Mike 2 Oscar Mike Oscar, I believe is his call sign. West Malaysia, from Avery, Texas, using a handheld and a hotspot. Now, I know some of the old guys want to tell you, young people, oh, that ain't real ham radio. Don't listen to that. If the FCC, who tells you what modes we have available to use in amateur radio, say digital C4FM is a mode we have available, then yes, it's real ham radio. It's pretty cool ham radio, too. Now, I'm still an advocate of you getting an HF rig, getting on the air, working single sideband or CW if you want to, doing a FT8, low band FT8. I still want to see you do that. But if you live in an area that you may not be practical to put an outside antenna farm up, maybe out of your budget to buy $700-800 used HF rig and then have to buy coax and a pole and get an antenna up, power supply, so on and so forth. This will give you the opportunity to work the world for very little, really a little amount of money. I believe MTC, I hadn't looked, but I think he's got these about $174, $175, 79, something like that, under $180 on his website, brand new. I think, I looked these up a while back, I think these are $200 to $300. So, you got $400 basically, maybe $5, depending on where you buy it at and what talk you get, and you're ready to go right there. All you got to have is either Wi-Fi or a cell phone hotspot. Mine's connected to my house Wi-Fi, and then there you go. You're ready to talk anywhere in the world, basically. The app shows you all the rooms you can check into and nodes and beacons, things like that. And I'm still trying to learn that. I'm not all sure all the terminology. It's still a learning curve for me, but it was pretty cool. I turned it on last night, set the radio for 433-900, and talked to two guys here in the U.S. And then this morning, talked to that guy in West Malaysia, sitting right here. And that's all it took was internet access, this, and this. No coax, no power supply, no tuner, nothing. So, guys, I want you on the air. I want you enjoying this hobby, and I want you staying in it. That's why I'm trying some of these different things out to show you guys some options you got, and hopefully you'll find something you like and keep your license, keep your ticket, and stay on the air, because we need you in amateur radio. Guys, if anybody has any suggestions on how to run that better, please let me know. I have one issue I haven't figured out yet. When I got the app on, before I turn the radio on, I can hear the stations. I believe I could use the app and communicate. It's got a push to talk on it, but I don't know how to turn the voice off on the app. I just turn the volume down and then use my radio, put the phone and the hotspot down. That's the only glitch I've figured out so far, and I'll have that figured out hopefully by the end of the day. But if anybody's got a comment, leave it. Anybody got any suggestions, leave me some suggestions. I appreciate it. Try different things out. Ask questions. That's the way you're going to learn this hobby, and that's what it's going to take to keep you into it. Guys, remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. Richard's got all kinds of move and sell stuff going on right now. If you watched my last video, they just went over 15 years. You need to follow MTC Radio on Facebook to catch his live videos for his coupon codes and save you some money on gear. Also, his used gear clearly states if there's a 30-day warranty on it or not. And we are very pleased. We're not unhappy in the least with these two Yaesu radios. They look brand new. It said they were just open boxes. So we got a heck of a deal on them. So be sure to check them out up there. Dan Majors, MRG Labs over at Farmersville. He does radio repair. His slides are one of the first part of my videos. If you need any repairs done, his contact info's there. At the end of this will always be Hamfest info. If you got one you need to put on here, send me a pic and I'll sure put it on there. Guys, we'll do some kind of giveaway. We hit 1,700 subscribers. We're 1525 to 1527, depending on what day and what kind of mood Google's in. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. This is KB5MIQ Big Boy 73.